Why? Because what? Because we've been through.
What we've been through, yeah.
What we've been through with them.
White man speaking with four
All right, let me tell you what we've been through. Man, I just all talk about what we've been through. For one thing, that was the Tuskegee experiment. Remember that?
Yeah.
Injected black men with syphilis to see if it would work. They used to do that on animals like rats, lab rats. But it did it on human beings. That was back then. Let me bring it up to today. I read a professional journal, well-researched journal, that says that most white medical professionals believe that black people can endure more pain. When you go to the hospital, they're less likely to give black people pain medication
Right.
than other people.
Yeah.
All right, here's one more. Today, I'm not talking about Tuskegee. And that is, white doctors actually believe, here in 2020, what? 25, that's when I read it, that black people have tougher skin. And now you see why we know what's that word? Trust.
Trust.
What's that word again? Trust. You can't trust. Can't trust those people. Why should you? So we're less likely to receive any kind of help, whether it's physical or psychological, emotional, or otherwise. Okay? Now, another reason why we suffer in silence is because there's a lack of knowledge around mental illness. There was a qualitative study done that among blacks who were already battling conditions like depression, anxiety, so and so, over a third of them felt that they would be considered crazy if they sought help. You see that stigma, that shame, that misunderstanding. Now, white people go to I know, trust me, they're going to spill that guts and all of me. Think nothing of it. They what? They come out feeling better, come out okay, they go on with their lives. But no, we think around here, we don't want to do it because people might think I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. I'm not retarded. Get into these labels. Crazy. That makes no sense. It's over here. Over here, baby. Where's my little girl? Won't you look at me? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me, baby. Yeah. All right. Another reason why we suffer in South is because social, economic factors. What am I saying? Black Americans, well, constitute approximately 36% of people experiencing homelessness. Here we are, 12 or 13% of the population. 37% of homeless people are black. Wow. You shouldn't be that way at all.
So she would cut it off.
You should be a time to change. 37% at home. All right?
Okay.
In addition, research shows that black males earn bachelor's degrees at half the rate of white males. Half. As if we don't have enough going against us, we're already discriminated against at the bottom of the pole. People have negative thoughts about us, which is totally untrue. They're a bunch of lies, of course. But be that what it may, that half will to have. And black folks know, we've been told for years, that education, what's that saying? Is the greatest thing in the world. You heard that from you live? You heard that from practice? You preach? You ever heard that from your black folks? Education is the greatest thing in the world. I lived in Alabama, Louisiana, that's where I'm going. That's an old phrase. You know what I found out? It helps. I grew up poor. My daddy brainwashed me in the positive way. I made him see that I didn't want to be poor no more. I ain't rich now. But I ain't poor. Probably never will get rich, got probably want to help people so much, I don't get rich. But, you know, yet, in spite of that, knowing that, in fact, black people believe in education more than anybody, you know that too, right? Yet, we're not performing. Man, that's bad. That's not good at all. Combine these factors, friends, among others, with the constant exposure to violence. We're exposed to a lot of violence in homes, schools, communities. You have the perfect environment, breeding ground for mental health disorders and problems. Okay? Now, black people have higher exposure to violence. May I talk about that? Oh, just hold that slide right there. Let me get away from the slide and say this to you kindly. Black people do not commit any more crimes than anybody else.
Amen.
You know this nonsense about these crime-ridden neighborhoods? Not true at all. So-called crime, drug-infested neighborhoods? Not true at all. These are the facts. Facts. Black people don't commit any more crime than anybody else. In fact, there are some studies that show that black people use drugs at a lower rate than anybody else. In fact, the government-owned studies show that. Lord. So much for these crime-ridden neighborhoods, right? So the question is, since that be the case then, why are there so many arrests? We're not doing it. We're not doing crime. We're not doing drugs. We're more than anybody else. Yet we have higher rates of arrest. Here's the reason why. Number one, our neighborhoods are over-policed. If you had 10 cops watching for traffic stops in one neighborhood, 100 watching for traffic stops in another neighborhood, who's gonna get caught? 1 with 100, right? And the 10 may be doing it, but they don't get caught. Most drug dealers are white. Many of them are, per capita, percentage-wise, many of them are on college campuses, but the police don't even pay any attention to them at all. They can sell drugs in the open. Somebody said they get away without even trying. But that, or another reason why so many arrests is because our young men are racially profiled. Because when you walk out the door, somebody watching you. Can you say that? Like a police did. Watching you. My goodness, it's not even fair. Watching you. You watch, you gonna be caught. Not watch, you get away with all kinds of stuff. So now I say that to say all these good things, the truth that is about us. We don't commit crime, we don't use our drugs. However, we are more violent than other people. I ain't talking about senseless violence, like going to school, killing people, killing kids. We don't do that.
Amen.
There's a lot of violence in the black community. I have to read another reason for that too. You know, in the Chinese community, a lot of stuff they did 100 years ago, they're still doing, is handed down. Generation stuff. Black community, same thing. People treat you like an animal. Beat people like animals. Years and years, 400 years. They let you free, you think that's gonna change? You know what black people spank their kids more than white people? Beating all that other stuff more than white people? That's because still with us. And a lot of that violence. Still with us. We're not criminals, we're not drug addicts. We sure know how to be violent. Okay, come on. All right, now, brought me here to tell the truth and see how empirically research and stuff is on the screen. Well, a lot of people are dark-skinned who are not called to the conference. Dark, they speak with accents. They don't like black people, they don't like black people at all. Like they have the same talking points that white people have. We're lazy, we don't want anything. They believe that about all of us. That's a lie. Did you know that the most educated demographic in America are not Asians? No. The most educated demographic in this country are black women. Well, yeah. And you believe them people actually believe this nonsense. They can live in this country for 50 years, still believe that about us. So you don't want them kind of people. You don't go to them either. Alright? Alright, so now depression is about another study shows about as prevalent in the black community as any other community, but there are significant differences because black people, unlike other people, face social pressures that may increase their depression. When you're black and depressed, you're depressed. Okay? That's right. Now, black people are more likely to remain in therapy when working with therapists who specialize in black mental health. Now, there's some environmental factors that cause depression. There's genetics. Depression runs in families. That's one part of it. Genetics. There are psychological factors. A person's temperament may cause them to be more depressed than other people. You know, some people, no matter what you say to them, they worry you to death. They worry themselves to death over something that might happen. And you or somebody who's next to them would care less. They just leave it alone. Let it work itself out. Because it always works out, doesn't it? It works out, doesn't it? Eventually, it works itself out. Some people have a temperament, but they worry themselves to death. They look at the world as being a dangerous place. Look at the world as a cup half empty rather than half full. People just like that. It's part of their temperament. All right? And then there's exposure to racial trauma. A lot of our children are traumatized by racism. Traumatized. In fact, there's a study done by Yale University shows the kids in Canada, pre-kindergarten. Listen to this. Black boys are watched closer than anybody else. In pre-kindergarten. Watch. Can you imagine watching a child, innocent child, watching them? Man, you don't stand a chance. Dude, it's rough. That's a fact. There are difficulty, life circumstances due to racism. Racial barriers to access care, including racism from care providers and mental health stigma. All right. Now, black people may struggle to access treatment, and their symptoms may become more serious. On one hand, we don't even go to treatment, period. Stigma and all that other nonsense. On the one hand, and then when we do go, our symptoms have gotten so bad that we're at the last stage at the end. It's horrible. Well, that thing could have been solved a long time ago. If we open them out. Some signs of depression. Let's talk about those. How do you know I'm depressed? Well, feeling sad most of the time. Because none of us are happy all the time. So think that. None of us are happy all the time. But if you're sad most of the time, maybe depressed. Losing interest in activities that you used to enjoy. Changing sleep patterns, such as sleeping too little or too much. changing appetites, such as eating too much of food, unintended weight loss or weight gain. All right, that's those signs. Feelings of hopelessness, feelings of worthlessness, low energy, loss of motivation, feeling agitated or struggling to concentrate, unexplained physical things such as headaches, muscle pain, nausea, relationship problems due to depressive symptoms. Some studies suggest that conditions are less likely to recognize and take a wide range of health symptoms seriously when they involve black people. In other words, you could be depressed, but somehow because you're black, they can't even see it. They can see it in other people, same symptom, but somehow they have some species type view of you. You're a species, not a human being. And they view you differently. Alright? Now, that's why you need to. One study found that a lifetime depression rate of 10.4% among black people, 17.9% among white people. What did anybody say about that? That's a study saying that black people are less depressed than black people, white people. What do you think? What's going on? What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Help me out. Less? White people? With all that help we gonna do? We less? All these profiling, police, whatever. Large society thinking less of you, lying about you. Well, it's because we've gone through hell and back, not much more you can do till we can. That could be. I'm not gonna speculate right now, because I'm not good at that, but yeah, we go. Most studies find that when black people do develop depression, the condition lasts longer. They may also be more likely to have co-occurring diagnoses such as post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and so on like that. All right? That's a myth. We know what a myth is. Define a myth, please. You know how to define a myth? Myth? A what?
Sometimes meaning not actually true.
Some say
Not actually, sometimes it's not actually true.
okay, a belief that's not really true, right? All right, I just want to make sure we get this myth thing straight. I know y'all smart, and I don't want to insult your intelligence, but let's get it straight, okay? If depression treatment does not work immediately, it's not going to work. That's not true. Some people need all kinds of treatment. Again, try it again, try this, try some, try to see what works. All right? Medication is the only way to treat depression, not true. Now, in some cases, you need medication. In some cases, you don't. Okay. All right? People should be strong enough to overcome depression. Well, depression is sadness. While many people with depression feel sad, it can also cause anger, physical pain, and changes in the way you think. Wow. That's depression. Black people are inherently resilient and don't need therapy. Not true. Not true at all. We do need it, like anybody else. Was anybody watching my hand go up? Mental health stigma is prevalent everywhere. Some research shows it is more influential in the black community, particularly among black men. All right. Anybody? Oh, stop me at any time. I'm gonna tell you stop me at any time. You can ask me anything. Will you do that? Stop me. Okay, here we go. people didn't get along, they had to do stuff together. They got bad. I remember COVID first broke out. I said to somebody, I said, man, you would be glad you get along with your lady. It was not. It's not gonna last. The voice went up so high, COVID, people stuck. You know, man, you just get out the way, wouldn't go home. Just ride around. Wait till late to get home. And then to avoid each other. Yeah, it's pretty rough doing COVID. With good help, let's get through that. Come on, help me out. Okay. Isolation as long as it's been COVID. Wash my hand, okay. Greg. All right. Greg. Greg. What can be done about it? What can we do about, oh, by the way, in general, women are more depressed than men. In general, generic terms. You have that monthly cycle that messes with your mood, you know, part of it. And, that's part of it. Women are emotional creatures. Anyway, overall, okay, I just thought I'd throw that fact in. What can be done about it? I'll tell you what can be done about it. Change your focus. Focusing on a project or a goal, even a small one, can give you a welcome break from negative thoughts and worries, and add a sense of meaning to your days. Perhaps it's something you've always wanted to learn, like a new language, a musical instrument. Or perhaps you've always wanted to write a novel, a book, take cooking class, grow your own veggies. Focus on something else. Don't be stuck in that house by yourself. Oh God, it's gonna get bad. Okay? Find simple sources of joy. Try listening to uplifting music. Even getting and dancing around if you feel like it. Finding a reason to laugh. I remember I had one of my friends call me. Say, let's get together. Me, you, and George. We got together. I said, why? I said, well, I just want to laugh. We just did the joke and carried on. Just to laugh. I didn't need it. I went anyway. The food was good. We just laughed. But somebody needed it, so I said, laugh. I remember, I hate to go there. I'm not going to call his name. When this man first ran for president, I said, this is a Emerson show. I'll laugh. Not funny anymore. I know.
Amen.
Ain't nothing funny about it. No. So, try playing with your kids, or somebody else's kid, or your pet, your dog, cat, whatever. They'll benefit as much as you. All right? Don't watch so much news. You want to glance at it and go to something else. I'll come back to it later on when you feel like it. Miss Jill. Maintain a routine, sleeping too much or too little. Skipping meals, exercise. Neglecting your personal care only feeds into your depression. Establish and maintain a regular routine, on the other hand, adds structure to your day. Even if you're alone and out of work, try to include set times, exercising, spending time outside, communicate with friends and with God each day. Another way to get rid of depression, be thankful. Thank God. Somebody had to go. I would say, oh, well, you had a good day out there. Look, man, anytime I get up in the morning and I'm above ground, for me, that's a good day. Well, I don't have a good bad day either, man. That bad thing that happened every day, but every day is good. I'm up, I'm above ground, I'm perpendicular, and